Alright, what is up, SRG? I just recorded this video and I realized that it wasn't even showing my face because I have it at the wrong angle, whatever. So, we are starting up this channel again. The reason we quit, for any of you who are interested or may have watched our previous videos, wasn't many. Garrison, the dude that also is on the channel, he moved to Portland, got a good job there. He's been there for like over a year now. I don't even know. It's been a crazy, crazy year. But he's moving back down in about 6 months, June or July or something like that, sometime this summer. So I thought it's a good time to get this started up again. We really want to do this. It's been our goal for so long to be, not even huge YouTubers. We just want to start up a YouTube channel and have some people who are interested in what we're doing. And plus, we do a lot of cool things, especially when we're together. So we're going to be working on the cars. He's got the Mustang. I've got the Firebird. I've got the 350Z. I've got these bikes now. And until Garrison gets back, my goal is to get this Cb650 as far as I can along with this build. I just got this little Ninja 250, super nice, reliable bike for me to ride around on, and that makes it so I don't feel rushed when I'm building this bike. I have no need to get this done anytime soon. So this is going to be the goal. Get this Cb650 in pristine condition. And it doesn't have to be like stock or anything. It can be like totally bobbed out like it is right now. But I want to get it good. And I'm going to strip the whole thing apart. And I'm actually currently working on a little checklist. So I'll be doing that here in a second. And I will show you a little clip of around this bike. It is rough right now. When I bought it, it was like slammed. I still have a bunch of the parts. But there's no gauges. There's no oil light. There's none of the... I had to get a new throttle. Like everything isn't hooked up. So I'm probably going to need a whole new wiring harness, a whole new whatever. But I want to make it simple. I don't care about all these crazy switches. I just want to make sure that it has oil pressure. I want a temp gauge on it. I don't even care about RPMs or speedo. I'll probably get those eventually if I'm going to fully build this bike. But I want, basic toggle switches. I want it to be raw, but also clean. And I've done the necessary things. It runs. I got new carb boots. I've done the oil, I've cleaned all the gas tank, but it's still super rough and doesn't run great because the choke isn't even hooked up and like stuff like that, it's all zip tied on. So this bike needs a lot. And it's not gonna be quick and it's not gonna be cheap. But it'll be a good project until Garrison gets back, and then we can go rip around, do drag races, do whatever the hell we want to do. Alright guys, so you can see here, this bike is rough. It is totally been spray painted. I did not touch that at all. Some dude, or I think it was the guy who had it last, I don't even know. Somebody in the past just spray painted this thing. You can see they even spray painted this, so a little bothersome, but I suppose with a shitty bike like this, it doesn't even matter. And I know it's not worth it really to spend this much time and effort, but it's more of just a mental game, because I've worked on a lot of bikes, but I've never gotten one to pristine condition, nor a car. And I want to fully build this and get it beautiful, just for me and for you guys. So you can see I've made a list here. Let me explain to you exactly what I need to get done. Okay, so I've written a little list here of what needs to be done. It's not in order at all, but I'm going to read this to you. And you guys can give me some advice maybe if you have ideas or if you've worked on a bike like this before. Because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I've worked on the engine, I've worked on that kind of stuff, but there's a lot that I have not done before. So first is exhaust. As you saw on that little B-roll clip, one side of the exhaust is all hooked up. The other side, the mufflers have just been chopped off. So that needs to be fixed, whether I get new mufflers or just straight pipe it. I don't know, we'll see what happens. And also like the flange or whatever, there's these little metal things that like hold the exhaust onto the actual engine. One side of them, there's only one of those metal things. So like cups, basically it cups the exhaust and clamps it on. Only one of those is on, so it's still being held, but there's probably a pretty bad exhaust leak on there. So that obviously needs to be fixed. That's as simple as just buying that online and getting it. Next is wiring. All of the wiring technically is hooked up, but it is really bad. Nothing is in the spot that it should be. The battery's it's a new battery, but I like accidentally got the acid in different levels, and like everything's a bit rough right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be doing custom wiring. I know there's a lot of things in here, like, honestly, I don't know all the technical terms, but there's like the alternator thing or whatever charges it. There's all that kind of stuff and these little like crazy metal things. So that kind of stuff, I have to do a lot of research and figure out if I even can wire that myself. But I would like to simplify it because I don't care about a horn. I don't like a lot of it is a bit excessive, and like all the fuses and stuff like that. I know it's important, and I'll do some research, but I may just bypass that because there's just not a lot of place to put things. Paint, obviously, it needs to be completely redone. I don't know if it's gonna. I don't even know about that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Fuel, carbs, intake. So that was what I was talking about earlier. I think I was talking about. I have some pod filters for it. It ran fine with the pod filters when I stuck them on there, so I think it may have already been jetted already. I have no idea. I do need a fuel filter for it, and just figure out that. Suspension, like I mentioned with the back, it's been dropped already with one single bar holding it up right now, and it looks like it's been cut, and it's pretty weird. I want the back to be as low as possible, so that will be a custom 2 bars that hold on the back. That's pretty simple. I just need to have that made. Engine, making sure it runs well. I actually think this engine's pretty good condition. Who knows what the miles are? I don't know. So if I hear a problem or figure out something, I will check it. I've adjusted the valves multiple times, so those should be good. I don't really want to tear down the engine though. That's honestly not a part of my, unless I need to, whatever. Gauges and sensors. So instead of just a little oil light, I would like to install an actual oil pressure gauge on. It's pretty simple. I just need to make sure it's the right thread. I'd like a temperature gauge, just an air-cooled motor. So it makes it simpler, but I don't know what that means for like a temperature gauge. And then finally, wheels, brakes, tires. So what I meant by that is, for one, the front brakes are messed up. The rotors actually seem, they're not like, they're smooth, so that's probably not the problem. I don't know if it's the pads or what it is, but it barely even spins right now, so something's wonky. Tires are shot. I mean, the front look okay, but honestly, I just need to replace them. This honestly seems a little intimidating at this very moment in time. I honestly think that wiring is going to be the biggest pain in the ass, because I've studied this wiring diagram multiple times, but it's complicated. So we're looking pretty good. This is going to be a long-term series, so be patient. All right, guys, just wanted to update you. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. In the meantime, I'll just be doing this. I'll show you some car stuff. I'm working on the Z all the time, and I have the Firebird in storage right now, but I'll be doing this. Lots of wheelies. I hope you guys like this kind of stuff. Tell me if it's boring. Like, I enjoy sitting here and spending a lot of time doing this kind of stuff, but it may be boring for content, for videos. Also, last little thing, a little sneak peek at what I want this bike to look like once it's done, kind of. Check this out. I took off. This is the thing that like the previous person made that holds up. It connects right here, so this is all the way up there, and that's literally all that's being held for the suspension. But check this out. Woo, that is low. It's literally being supported by the exhaust right now. But I want it like half an inch above this. Like that stupid. I'm gonna get it like that. Let me know what you guys think. Do you want me to make it this dumb? Dang, that looks cool though. Alright. Let me know what you guys think. But